See what's happening right now, brothers and sisters, and please take a grasp of everything I'm saying. A lot of us have made, especially us who don't understand the Arabic of the Quran, we've made the mission of our lives just to recite the Quran. So yes, recitation of the Quran in Arabic there's a lot of reward in it, and it's really needed, and it's necessary, and it's something which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did, and he taught his Sahaba to do as well. And the Quran said, يَتْلُو عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتِهِ. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself recited to the Sahaba recited back to him. And there was a whole process of having what they call the hilaq in the masjid. These are small circles in the masjid mentioned in Sahih Muslim. They used to sit together and they used to recite the Quran, learn the tajweed of the Quran, learn how to recite the Quran. This is now Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam starting the first madrasa in Medina Munawwara. Before that in Makkah al-Mukarramah. He had a madrasa in Makkah, then now in Medina Munawwara. We're now freely in Masjid al-Nabawi. He's got people who are now sitting in circles, and he's made certain Sahaba teachers of other Sahaba. Subhanallah. He's got a whole system running of teachers and students of the Quran, and they're reciting to one another. But that's only just the beginning. Most of us have stopped there. Most of us think that, okay, our attachment to the Quran just needs to be about recitation. It's not just about recitation. It's also another whole part of our attitude towards the Quran, which is what? Which is, what about the message of the Quran? What about understanding the Quran? What about even understanding it in the English language, in the Urdu language, in the Bengali language, in any language that you can find a translation of? What about understanding it? And then there's another part of it, which is even greater than recitation and now knowing the meaning, some meanings of the Quran, which is what? What about my action of the Quran? The Quran told me certain things are halal. Have I actually regarded them as halal? The Quran said, don't do this. Did I stop? The Quran told me, make sure in your family life do this. Make sure in your transactions do this. Make sure you behave like this. Make sure in your family life you do this. Make sure in your household you like this. Make sure you like this with your parents, with your children, with people, with your dealings, with your wealth, with politics on a greater level. The Quran has taught us so much. But where am I with all of this? Because what's happening?